Callings are born in times of crisis. Callings are forged in the crucible of crisis. I got so many ways to say that same thing that I worked on. And this woman talks back. She says something in verse 12 that the translation of the Bible really doesn't get across the shock value of, because what she really says in this verse, she says, I swear to God. That's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. She's saying, I wish you would ask me for a piece of bread. Because let me tell you something, boy, I don't have any bread. What I got is a little handful of flour in a jar and a little olive oil in a jug. And I'm out here at the gate trying to get something to make a fire because me and my boy are about to have our last meal and die. You still want your bread? What to do with your bread? Elijah said, no, it's all good, girl. Do what you do. Go on home, do what you were intending to do. But first, it sounds selfish on the surface, but he's teaching her the priority that when you seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, everything else that you need, that you think you don't have, will be added unto you. He said, you can go home and eat it and die, or you can go home and try God. So make me a little loaf, doesn't have to be anything big, fancy. Bring it to me. Then make something for yourself and your son. This is crazy. Sounds rude, doesn't it? Sounds rude, but he has a reason for it. He knows that the same God that made the brook flow for him wants to make the oil flow for this woman. And now he realizes, hey, God told me he was bringing me here so he could feed me. But he really brought me here to feed her. God brought me here under the pretense that he was just going to provide for me. God didn't tell Elijah there's a woman who needs a miracle and if you'll meet up with her and give her an instruction and she obeyed. He didn't tell him any of that. But when he got there, he realized, wait a minute. What if the reason I'm here, what if the reason the brook dried up, what if the reason I struggled, what if the reason I hurt was because there's somebody who's hurting worse than me? There's somebody who has a need greater than mine. And God has to get me there. Not for what I can get out of them, but for what God has put in me that he wants me to give in this season. This is the turning point of life. When you realize, wait a minute, I've been going from here to there, to there, to there, and I'm never satisfied, and it's never enough. But in the moment that you realize the reason God sent you there wasn't about what he was trying to get to you, but what he was trying to get through you. And if he can get it through you, he can get it to you. If he can get joy through you, he can get more joy to you. If he can get encouragement through you, he can get more encouragement to you. If he can get you there,